Hi, so I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to call the third world mentality that a lot of Western people don't understand. And the reason I'm bringing this up with my coiffed hair and my washed face and my nice suit is that I was watching a podcast and this Mexican guy who lived on the border, he was talking about how Americans with their football games and their Safeway and their like happy churches, they don't understand the third world mentality. And frankly, I'm not from the third world. I'm from San Francisco, but I'm going to explain how my life experience mirrors what I would say the three things that make up this third world mentality and how most people don't understand it, and how also that not everyone who suffers basically turns into a diamond. And I don't mean they break, I mean they turn into something bad. So I grew up really hungry because I have a metabolic disorder. The first time I had protein, I was 19 years old. I had 3 eggs and I couldn't go to sleep until like 3 in the morning because I wasn't used to having that much energy. So, right, so that's hunger. And then that's one thing. The second thing I would say is violence. That's another issue that happens, right? And so, I mean, I did martial arts and bull riding and stuff like that. Bull riding is not violent, it's just dangerous, I would say, because it's not about fighting. But the thing is a lot of third world countries, they have very dangerous lives. You know, they either are violent with one another or they live in dangerous areas. I mean, there's places in America that you could say are third world just because they're so out there and poor. Like my friend's in the Marines and he knows a guy who he lived 2 hours from the nearest gas station, you know? Think about that. Gas stations don't have a lot, right? West Virginia. Um, and then the other thing is drugs. And the reason I'm saying three is because people have a mind, a body, and a spirit, right? And so the devil tries to replicate things to enslave them, right? So drugs, right? I did psychedelics. I went to rehab. I used to drink a lot, but not that much. But it was really psychedelics. And so what I think a lot of people don't understand is not everyone who is hungry and is faced with violence and who is addicted to drugs or gets off of drugs is a saint, because these things can either be used, your experience can either be used for good and make you a better person, or they can make you bitter and sick and you can turn against people because you feel like I've overcome more than you have. I deserve more than you do because you're weak. And I know that because that's the attitude I struggle with in America, and not as bad, right?